Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Libra. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful, amazing day. Let's get into your April reading. Let's see what the stars have, well, the cards, I guess, more so, have in store for you. Okay, so we had the lunar eclipse, full moon in Libra, end of March. We're heading into the eclipse in Aries, beginning of April. We have a lot of Aries stuff going on. Mercury's going retrograde. Lots of planets will be moving into Aries if they're not already there. We'll get a little blip from our lovely Taurus coming up in May. And then we kind of slide over and get a little really intense moment in time with Gemini energy coming up in June, heading into July. So Mars through Aries and Mercury are super active right now. Magician energy is super active right now. So tap into it. Take advantage of it. Let's see what's in store. Okay, our main card. 6 of Cups. Yay! Nah. As a Libra, I felt that. I felt that with you, Libra. All right, so we'll be spending the month of April, Libras, thinking about fond memories of the past, worrying if we're being too naive about our future. We're a little bit in that hermit energy, y'all. What is going on with the Libras? A little bit of hermit energy. We may not be wanting to be very social right now. World card showing up so soon in the beginning is either you have come to the end of a cycle, you experienced kind of getting a bunch of things that you want, or you're feeling a little stuck. Either way, you want to rest. Either way, whether you're stuck in the egg and needing to still develop a little bit more, needing to do some internal review a little bit more, or whether you completed a really big thing and now you're doing some reflecting. You need a rest, vacation, time off. We get the 3 of Swords in reverse, so there may be a lesson that still feels like it needs to be learned, or like the end of a heartbreak, the completion, or the maybe even the ongoingness of a heartbreaking situation. But a lot of reflection at the beginning of the month, a lot of review. I have been doing quite a bit of work with Pluto, which has been interesting. Pluto's been kind of popping up pretty strongly. Pluto goes into retrograde May 2nd. So it's not happening yet, but it'll be right at the end of this month. And taking a look at Pluto, just because depending on when you were born, you may have Chiron you might have Chiron in Taurus, you may have Chiron in Gemini from your natal charts. And so that's kind of going to get a little bit of a bump, and eventually in June, beginning of June, you'll have that Venus retrograde that may be happening. Venus retrograde. It's not a Venus retrograde. You have a Venus superior conjunction. So Venus will be, I think, behind the sun. So it's like going through an underworld journey because you can't see it. And so it's kind of a review of that ego, that underside of things. And so because of that, if it's going to be happening around your Chiron in Gemini, depending on where you have that energy, or if you have other planets in Gemini, you may be experiencing like a very deep space of needing to heal some wounds related to communication. So those things may be popping up for you, the themes, the areas with that may be popping up with you right now, especially when it comes to Mars energy and Aries energy as your oppositional sign. And you may have, again, that North Node, South Node thing going on with Aries and Libra. So taking note of all of those factors kind of coming into place, it is a good time to really go deep within, to get in touch with the inner wisdom, that inner knowing, that inner knowledge, that like the elder of Mercury, the Mercury all grown up, the magician, the witch, the crone, things like that nature. So it is a good time for that. We do have the Wheel of Fortune now, so things moving in your favor, time moving forward, divine timing coming into play. finding some time for some celebration. So you start off a little bit in the house. That's okay. Towards the middle of the month, you may be feeling a bit more social, planting some seeds, a bit more active, exploring, expanding. Sevens are kind of big right in this one. 2 sevens, 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. So having received some victory, you may be defending kind of the steps that you've taken, defending the work that you've done. It's a good exploring, expanding energy. The 10 is kind of allowing you to move to the next step. The 3 of Cups is making you feel a little bit better, feel a little bit more supportive. The 7 of Pentacles is meaning that you feel a little bit more like investing, exploring, especially financially. And then the 7 of Wands is expanding that sense of domain. It's expanding that sense of victory. It's allowing that to be even wider. It's allowing you to reach out, to really like put out those dreams, those hopes, that fire in order to reach those manifestations through the 8 energy. So at the end of the month, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So you may find some partnership. You may start working with some folks. You may move into the role of a teacher, the role of a mentor, things of that nature. There is the mourning of the things that didn't work out. So there's a little introspection going on there too. Look at our lovely 3s. Lots of active 3 energy. I don't know if that was supposed to be in reverse. We'll put it in reverse. There may be some things. This is very interesting because we have a mourning of some emotions. So we're going back. Your main card is the 6 of Cups. We're going back to the 5 of Cups now. And so like those 3 cups here are kind of popping up again, but this time the cups are knocked over. It's like, okay, we did the fun thing. We did the celebration and now it's over. So maybe the fun times have ended. Maybe it's time to get a little bit more serious. Maybe it's time to get back to work. Maybe those things that you were like, this is going to be great. All these things that I planned. I'm sorry. All these things I planned and all these things I've been working on. Maybe it was like, oh, dang, that didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. But going from a 3 of, I didn't even realize, from a 3 of Cups to a 3 of Pentacles is kind of saying that now you're coming, I think things are just getting more serious. The fun has kind of ended. Things are getting more serious. Things are becoming more formalized. Things are becoming more stabilized. And now you're moving into the space where maybe it's time for you to really like share this wisdom, this point of this 9 card, this hermit energy that you had towards the beginning of the month. It's time to go out and share that, to go and find a way to stabilize that in the sense of like making it tangible, making it something that can grow in the future. And so it's kind of like, okay, the fun has come to an end. The Empress energy is very Venetian. It is very much so that birthing energy, or not birthing yet, but of sitting on these ideas and like really giving them time and energy, working on them, creating, pulling from the depths of the underworld or of your unconscious and making these things conscious, like starting to feel them start to grow and to come out into the world, a very wild, fragrant, vibrant energy. And then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So there could be some loss of finances. There could be some, maybe some money that was lost and things like that. But it could also be a sense of like standing still a little bit. Like it's very much giving this energy of time to get serious. Time to get serious about the world around me. Time to get serious perhaps about my health. Time to get serious about this partnership, about this creative endeavor, this financial endeavor that you're doing. And if you are a teacher, it may be just time that it's time for you to get serious about stepping into this teaching profession, stepping into this role of being a guide. We have, interesting. Yeah. Interesting. So your outcome for this month is 8 of Swords. So feeling a little stuck in your head, you're overthinking, but things have worked out. Things are in a good space emotionally. So family, marriage, kids, whatever brings you, whatever fills your emotional cup, whatever it is that you were working towards, and all of this work with the cups, with the 6 of Cups, with the 3 of Cups, with the 5 of Cups, whatever it is you were working towards with that, you get that. You get to the end of that route. It is good to mourn those things that didn't work out in order to be able to actually move forward and see those things happen to get to this 10 of Cups. You may though be feeling like things are not moving forward. There is a very like slowed down energy. The hangman has to change their perspective. It is time for you to look at things in a different way, and you may be overthinking things in order to see things in a different way. We then get the sun card, number 19, which equals 20 when you add them up together, which is a 2 card. But this is allowing yourself to shine, allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to like come out from the hermit stage. And like, again, it's letting and sharing that knowledge, just getting in touch with that inner child. It's finding that third option. It's allowing that unconscious to come up and to give you this like this viewpoint, this solution to this problem. But if you get stuck in your head, you may not allow that to come up. You may be feeling that feeling of stuckness because you're not allowing this third option to really be revealed. Can we get one about the stuck? Yeah, 9 of Wands. So yeah, because of all this hard work, it's all of this like very serious energy. It started in the middle of the month. It's going to start in the middle of the month. It's going to continue towards the end. And it's all of this, like, you are just really pushing forward. You are really like, and it feels heavy. I explained this in one of my tarot readings the other day that, contrary to what we might believe, that with the wands, with the fire energy, we would think that as we progress and advance through the wands, that the energy would get easier. It would get lighter. But it doesn't. It actually gets heavier. You pick up more and more and more and more. The fire grows and grows and grows. And at the end, at the 10 of Wands, you actually are trudging up the hill, like trying to get through this final piece, trying to break through the last few moments of like the birthing process of getting to this space of getting to your manifestation, to your fruition is there. It is heavy. It is hard. It is not easier the more that you go, the further that you go. So it's this opposite energy. And we have the 2 9s and 2 fire 9s here. And then 12, which is 3 energy here. So again, the 3s are pretty prominent showing up in your reading. But it's like almost there. It's that energy of almost being there. It's that energy to keep going. A lot of 9s, an energy to keep going, an energy to explore, an energy to break out, an energy of 3s. You have a lot of odd numbers showing up for you. And all of these odd numbers are pushing you towards this energy of completion, this energy of perfection, and perfection in the sense of completion. Not that you are literally perfect, but that you are just allowing yourself to move past these moments of discomfort, to allow yourself to get to the other side of things, to get to this moment of like fulfillment and completion. So we do get progression. We get nice progression here. We go from a 9 to a 10. We go from the 3s to the 19s. We go from like, we're getting there. In a lot of these spaces, you're not fully there, but you're getting there. And part of that is allowing yourself to move out of the past. And it's time to at least get present and be present with yourself. That is where you'll be able to actually see these things happen and step into the future that you'd like to see. If you're constantly planning for the future, you're constantly living in the past, you're never in the present, and the future just always becomes this thing that's just out of your reach. That's that 9 energy. So you have to allow yourself to be present, to be in this childlike wonder, to be seen, to be heard, to take this wisdom and to bring it outside of yourself in order to actually get to the other side, to get to the future that you want. Okay, so that's going to be it for my Libras. Love you. Love you so much. You want a private reading? You want a personal reading? Send me a message. Book some time with me. You want to work together on this, getting over the next hump. Let me know. I'll see y'all later, Libras. Bye-bye.